Everybody, welcome to a special edition of Teaching Crypto. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Huge Voyager news today. We're going to break everything down. I went on the air recently, but I didn't have all the information. So we're going to break it down for you today. Exactly how much is coming back, when it's coming back, what you need to do. Keep it tuned right here. Make sure you watch till the end of the show. We're also going to talk about a major Bitcoin move that's on the horizon. So, Mr. FOMO, take it away. Tell us what everyone needs to know here.
All right, so this is the breakdown of the Voyager digital bankruptcy update. 450 million is coming back from the FTX mediation. That's 100%. And we said all along that we were entitled to 100% of that money. There was no reason that money should be on the side. And Paul Hage and his team won that money for us through mediation. You have to give it up to them for that, because that I honestly was worried that we were going to lose out on some of that, but to get 100% of that back, plus the 5 million deposit, plus interest, is phenomenal. And so that accounts for like 22.5% probably, and some change when you break that down. So that mediation session, even though it took 8 months, was well worth it. You've got 20.43 million from 3AC, which I think is a miracle on top of that. I never thought they would get anything from 3AC. And so then they continue to go after 3AC. They continue to liquidate 3AC. They continue to liquidate Kyle Davies and Suzu. So look for more to come back in the future on that one. 14.35 million from D&O Insurance. This is the one that made me angry, because the reason we got that, from my understanding, is because one of the insiders, probably Steve, purchased more D&O insurance after the bankruptcy using estate funds. So that's the reason why that was coming into my understanding. And to me, that should make whoever did this more liable. That should, and I hope that they continue to go after whoever, but it made it seem like that was over, that they weren't going to keep going after them. But if that's the kind of thing they did with estate funds, then I would like to see them suffer some more consequences, other than the 1.9 million Steve had to pay versus the tens of millions he made while he was CEO of Voyager. So that one still stings a little bit. And then 17 million from uncashed checks. That one bothers me. That I'm hoping that some people out there are able to get their checks, go in and change your address, or go in and see if you have a check. Make sure you go ahead and cash it, or ask for a redistribution of that check, because 17 million is a lot of money for people to be missing out on in this distribution. Anyhow, at the end of the day, that all equals that 30% of your original claim, and that'll be coming back to you probably sometime in the next 2 months. And it'll be coming via check.
Well, important to know, I estimated 2 months, but I was actually right. He did come out and say in the update, it's going to be within the next 2 months. So today is April 12th. The announcement was April 10th. Knowing how this thing works, I would not expect anything back before May. Realistically, I would say set your timeline to end of May, early June. Now, I did want to post the website. We did put the link on the last show, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew, because not everyone has created an account, because remember, the app is gone. Now, I want to say something about the checks, though, really quickly. A lot of those checks are very, very small, and I think some of those people just said, screw it. It could be a $50 check, could be a $75 check, could be a $40 check, could be a $20 check. There's a massive amount of those. These are not huge number checks. So I think some of those people didn't want to bother. And if they don't bother with it, the people that got hurt the most, I don't mind it going back to those people, including ourselves, because again, this is about getting it back now in June is huge versus getting this back a year or two from now. Because now, if you choose to, and this is for entertainment purposes only, you can reinvest that money now while we have a bull run. And yes, we've been in a 3-week downtrend, but we'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Well, that's the perfect time to be in.
Yeah, you can take that 30% And maybe you turn that into 60 or 70%. And on top of the 36 you got back last time, and granted, the 100% is kind of misleading because it's 100% when the market was down. It's not necessarily 100% of what you put in. But if you've been following the show, we've been kind of hitting it really well. If you haven't been watching and only watching for Voyager news, I highly recommend you give us more of a chance here. Share the show, hit that like and subscribe button, because there's a long, long way to go in this bull run. And there's a chance for all of us to recover. Now, the key here, here's the website. And if you have not created an account, it is investvoyager.com. That's what it looks like. You log in. You would use the same login and username you had for the app. If not, you can contact them. They'll help you. That will give you your initial recovery money if you have forgotten it. And then you would do what is 30% of that. But also, you want to make sure that your personal address is correct. If not, there is a link to contact them. You can, I believe, send them an email. And I believe there's also a phone number. I don't know if the phone number is still up. There was once a phone number, but at the very least, you can write them and say, hey, what do I need to do to change my address? You don't want that 30% check, especially for some people, it's a significant amount of money, to go to the wrong place. Well, a reminder, and some people keep forgetting this, there obviously is no crypto. You're not getting any of that back. This is a simple cash check transaction. Thank goodness it's 2024. You could take your phone and deposit that check right into your bank. You don't even have to drive to the bank, hopefully. Not as seamless as USDC, but we'll take it at this point. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that.
Yeah, and we have links in the description below, especially to the updates, that you can go straight to the update page where the 6th Voyager Plan Administrator update is, and you can read through all the pages of that like we did if you'd like. If not, you can just trust us. And then we also have a link to the court docket as well. And I think there's also a link just to this page, but if not, I'll go ahead and put a link just to this page. That way you can go in and view your claim.
Now, Mr. FOMO, before we go off the air, I did want to talk a little about Bitcoin, because as you know, it's now been officially 21 days. Today's the day, 3 weeks of negative price action below the all-time high, around 73K. Now, you've seen the alts bleed. Some of them have come back and then bled again. Randomly, we have seen some of the alts pop up too. So that tells you it's a bull run. But I just want to reiterate, if you're new to the game, this is not the time to sell your Bitcoin. You do not want to sell during a negative price action. You do not want to sell your alts right now. Again, this is entertainment purpose only. We can't tell you what to do. But you want to be selling when times are good, when times are green. Now is not that time, right? So again, yes, it's been 3 weeks, right? If I click on the monthly right here, you'll see.
Yikes.
Actually, it hasn't quite been that bad. Yes, we did have about little over 20% pullback. But right now, we're not that far below. Now, here's the thing. And if you're new, this is super, super important. I do expect some positive price action sometime between now and July. I do not anticipate you're going to see a red April, a red May, a red June, and a red start the beginning of July. And we won't even start seeing some big green times until the end of summer, early fall. However, just understand, we've been saying this, we can't tell you exactly when. No one can. If they're telling you dates, they're lying to you. There will be a pullback in the spring again. It could be after 2 weeks of green action. It could be after 1 week of green action. It could be after 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Now, are you going to know exactly when? No, but if you're following the market like us, you'll have a bit of an extra time to really look at it. So keep it here, guys. Keep it here. If you have started to recover, this is the show for you. Please share the show.
Yeah.
We want as many of the Voyager people to recover with us as humanly possible. So like I said, if you've only been showing up for Voyager updates, we've given some amazing picks. We've got some awesome picks. I've got one we don't have a ton of time to talk about, an AI coin that is extremely undervalued, that when Bitcoin recovers is going to do really well. And I'm going to make that the focus of my next show.
Yeah, and like you said, this isn't the time to worry. And I think that this negative price action leading into the halving is probably a good, I mean, it's like the market taking a knee for you so that you can grab some more sats or whatever, alts you want, because the alts haven't done well at all
Yeah.
leading into the halving. And so this is the perfect time for us to get back, well, hopefully soon, to get back those checks. But I honestly, I think that you see some positive price action between now and the halving. We've only got a couple more weeks till that, but
Well, no, we got less than a week and a half now,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah, less than a week and a half. But I honestly think that we're seeing that little bit of recovery leading into the halving event. I think it'll be going into the halving event, and then, just like the last two halvings, you'll see a little bit of an opportunity to purchase again because we'll get a little bit of a dip post halving. And
Yeah.
so I think that we're going to have a little bit of choppy action, and then post halving, you'll have a dip, another opportunity to get back in. Hopefully, we'll have those checks by then, and then we'll all be on our way to recovery in this bull run.
Yeah,
That's really
absolutely.
why we got into this. I mean, we started this channel because we were having these great crypto conversations, but then we really got into this channel when the Voyager, the FTX, the Celsius, when all that fallout happened. That's when this channel really started to take off, and it's because of you guys, and because you guys tuned in, and because we really care about what happens with not only our distribution, but also yours. We want to see you recover. We want to see you guys being successful, and we want to hear those stories about how you have
And
taken that recovery money and blown it up and become what you were going to become before Voyager took all that
absolutely.
away from you.
The best way to get revenge on Steve and the people that screwed everyone over is to do well for yourself. In terms of getting justice against him, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but do what's best for you, what's best for your family, and hopefully we can be around for that journey. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. You guys have a wonderful day. Please spread, share, like the show so as many people as possible see it. For Mr. From with the AZcrypto, you guys have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you later.
See you.